Hello everyone, my name is Natalia and I wanted to give you a quick demo on how you can use MatLogica and basically what MatLogica is. Generally, when you learn a new technology, you will struggle to configure everything and to install and to create all the links in your environment. But what we did is we created a special demo environment that runs in your browser and that you can use from any operating system, even you can run it from your mobile phone. So you don't need to install or configure anything. All you need to do is go to our website, click a button, and there it is. You don't even need to contact us. It's all in a button click. So let's have a look at what you have here. When you open it, the playground README will load, where we show some basic techniques, a disclaimer, which is basically you shouldn't share any sensitive information here, and some basic examples. There's a summary for each example here, and we also show some troubleshooting tools and other stuff. So now let's say I want to go into the first example, which is called Hello World. What a surprise. So I go into AADC Getting Started here on the menu, and then example 1, Hello World. So click on that and it loads the example. Very good. Now let's start with a breakpoint. I want to put my breakpoint here on line 32. So there's a red dot. I'm sure everyone is familiar with that. And I want to run that now. So if I was a normal user using Windows or Linux, I would have hit F5, but I'm on my MacBook Air, and what I need to do is to click function and F5, like so. So I do that, it's building, just memorize. Normally it's F5, in my case, it's function F5. And then I've got a small menu appearing at the top, which allows me to use like the controls. As I mentioned before, AADC is using operator overloading, which means that we introduce, in our case, the I double type, which is the exact copy of the normal double type, but it allows us to extract the evaluation graph to be used further. So you can see that it behaves exactly the same. The size is the same. You can do the same mathematical expressions. You can print out any values and so on. So that's good. And that makes obviously the integration quite easy. Now, let's say we want to differentiate a function, and that will be a very simple function like exponent of x divided by y plus z. To do that, first, we declare the AD functions object. So here I define my inputs, which are x, y, and z in my case. Then I'll go further and define my function. And in normal case, this function can be very complicated. You can call multiple classes, multiple functions, use a lot of abstractions. And this is where the beauty comes. Because once we do the recording, so right here, I've got the step that's called, well, firstly, I go to mark as output. So I say I declare the variables that I want to differentiate against, and then I stop recording. So at the time we stop recording, AADC will generate a fully optimized kernel that will be vectorized and multi-thread safe. From then on, all I need to do is I need to set up an object that will have the memory allocation. Then I will set up my initial parameters. And in my case, I've got two vectors, which are x and z, and y, which is a scalar. And to execute the evaluation forward, all I need to do is call the forward method. Then we collect all the outputs, like so. For the reverse, we initialize the adjoint of f to 1. Then we execute the reverse or the adjoint algorithm. We can see all the data being output in the end. And example 1 is done. Once you're done with this example, you can go back to README, just like so, and you can find another example that you want to explore. To do that, you will need to go back to the Explorer, which is the button up here, and then you can locate another example that you want to run. If you need more explanation, there is a manual, which is located here, manual PDF, and you can go through that. And if you still have more questions remaining, you can leave a comment down below, or you can email us at info@matlogica.com.